First love, lilacs of our youth, the rooftop breeze, and shared headphones, witnessed our love story. Even after 20 years apart, my feelings for you remain. Harumaki Namiki was once a troublemaker, consumed by gang fights and chaos. His detentions became routine, his rebellion beyond parental control, until her appearance sparked his desire to change.
俺は生涯最高の出会いを果たす。俺は恋に落ちた。
Her sleepy eyes made Namiki smile unwittingly. As her book neared its end, he scrambled for a train ticket bookmark, gently tucking it between pages. The train arrived, Namiki trailing her shadow, until courage faltered, at the ticket gate's cold barrier, helplessly watching her disappear. Fate's thread seemed severed. Harumaki barely had energy for exams. Then, her face reappeared like magic. His mind blanked completely, volunteered to collect application forms.
彼女の志望校は隣町にあり、雲の上ほどの進学校と、札幌の超学お嬢様学。
From that moment, Harumaki found his purpose, burning midnight oil relentlessly, eyes bloodshot yet determined, eye drops fueling his drive. All thought him possessed, but he knew, every effort would bloom. Perseverance bore fruit. When results revealed, Harumaki Namiki, on honor roll, 3 miraculous months, defied all expectations. First school day, he dyed hair black for Noguchi, pushed through bustling crowds, heart-pounding search. There, at the corridor's turn, stood Ye's smiling face. No words exchanged, but passing by, his pulse screamed fireworks. Words failed his joy, as she colored his world. Not enough, he schemed. Countless accidental meetings. When teachers shamed her skirt length, he'd bike shout through campus, "Look here," diverting attention cleverly. At this very moment, Namiki shines as bright as the morning sun. Seeing his confident, radiant demeanor, Noguchi felt her heart skip a beat. When she struggled upstairs with heavy packages, Namiki would magically appear to help, claiming the teacher sent him. But when Noguchi returned to class, the lie immediately fell apart.
Oh, Noguchi. 悪かったわ。これ一人で運んだのか。
先生が言ってくれたんじゃないんですか?
Wait, me?
どうだね?
Their stories collided, revealing Namiki volunteered himself. Meanwhile, Noguchi's blossoming smiles. How many days will you rent this? When renting movies, he found his crush working the register. Namiki froze in awkward panic. To impress her, the former delinquent had transformed himself. Within 3 months, quit fighting and buried himself in books day and night, studying relentlessly to enter the same school as her. But beauty attracts endless suitors. Boys confessed to her weekly. Namiki pretended not to eavesdrop, but secretly rejoiced when she rejected them. Over time, the rooftop became his hideout. Whenever new confessors approached, he'd watch from the shadows.
野口さん！はい。好きな食べ物は何ですか？やっぱりいいです！
Namiki snorted with laughter, revealing his presence.
好きな食い物知りてえってのは、君のことが好きですって意味だ。
じゃあ、ナミキ君は？好きな食べ物何ですか？
ナポリタン。
Boys are always slow on the uptake. Namiki completely missed. This was her confession. Later at home, his friend pointed out the obvious truth he'd missed.
これは質問じゃなく告白。これが文脈だべ。それくらい中性俺でもわかるべ。
He never noticed how his own obvious actions had planted seeds in her heart that quietly blossomed. As Namiki played basketball, a pair of eyes always watched. Even her friends saw the obvious crush. Using a discussion about food to confess feelings is the bravest move Noguchi can muster. Namiki, slow to realize, is filled with regret. Grabbing his coat in haste, he rushes to the video store where she works. But Noguchi has already left work. Coincidentally, it's also her birthday. Her mother prepared a cake for celebration. The car radio plays Hikaru Utada's debut song. On the way home, Noguchi suddenly spots Namiki struggling through heavy snow. She urgently asks her mother to stop, and dashes toward Namiki. Seeing his frozen stance, she tenderly brushes snow off him. Unexpectedly, he grasps her hand, and pulls her into a cherished embrace.
野口の好きな食べ物。 何？俺野口が好き。初めて会った時からずっと。俺と付き合ってください。
Under the beautiful night sky, the boy finally claims his moon.
並木くん、好きな食べ物何ですか？
俺野口が好き。
大好きです。
On their first date, seeing each other's careful preparation, Namiki is speechless with emotion. Noguchi, his love at first sight, was secretly reciprocating his feelings. It feels dreamlike to Namiki. Choosing the ideal date spot, they visit the cinema together to watch the blockbuster Titanic. Before the film starts, Namiki teases she'll cry, but during Jack and Rose's iconic scene, Noguchi merely sniffles, while Namiki sobs uncontrollably. After the credits roll, still emotional, Namiki insists they reenact the film's romantic climax. He whispers broken English in her ear. Though reluctant, Noguchi humors him.
Jack.
Their antics draw stares from passers-by, embarrassing Noguchi, who quickly flees the scene. During lunch breaks, they secretly meet on the rooftop, listening to Utada's First Love. Sunlit breezes caress Noguchi's face. Like eucalyptus meeting its songbird, the world holds its breath, until Namiki breaks the silence. He rides the wind's momentum, stealing the girl's unfinished song. Affection blossoms with the breeze, yet love's flame won't quell when winds subside. Another cycle of winter turning to spring. Her favorite lilacs bloom in season. Stretching on tiptoes, she can't reach them. Namiki, watching nearby, notices, bends the branch down for her, letting his love smell the blossoms. They plan a countryside picnic today, but Namiki oversleeps, missing their transport. Noguchi starts to complain, till she sees his playful tongue sticking out. Her anger melts instantly. Conversation reveals Noguchi hasn't seen her father for years. Namiki changes plans immediately, books flights to her father's city. Father and daughter reunite after 3 years. Namiki tactfully steps aside, giving them privacy. Her father remains gentle as ever, always gives her the best food, gifts her a fountain pen for her coming of age. But her first use surprises him. She writes a boy's name, making him jealous. He scrutinizes the young man closely, wondering what charms his daughter.
運命なんで、誰が何と言おう。反論は受け付けません。いくらお父さんでも。
泣かせんなよ。
はい。
看着可爱赤诚的少年。
Her father approves their relationship. But returning home, Noguchi finally breaks down in tears. Her father abandoned their family, married another and had children. She has a sister her age, forced to choose between them. He chose his new family. Insecurities haunt her romantic life. Namiki gazes at her with tenderness. Now he understands. Behind her smile lies a past heavy with. He vows henceforth to shield her from all pain.
これだけは知っといて。俺はどこにも行かない。ずっと味方だから。
Namiki was school's toughest delinquent, till love for Noguchi transformed him. He turned his life around, got into elite high school, and won his goddess. But time flies fast. Graduation approaches. Namiki stares at college forms, unable to write his future. During their date, jet trails streak across the sky. The roaring engines freeze Noguchi. This coincidence helped Namiki find his calling. He resolved to become a pilot, a profession aligning with Noguchi's own aspirations. Noguchi had dreamed of becoming a flight attendant since childhood. They hoped one day to meet aboard the same flight. For this shared goal, they worked tirelessly together. Namiki shaved off his long hair and enrolled in aviation school. Daily intensive training earned him drill sergeant's reprimands. Noguchi studied in Tokyo, living in a cramped apartment, where phone calls required, leaning out windows for signal. Though separated by distance, they remained deeply connected. Noguchi's charm won her many friends, and her beauty earned a pageant nomination. She effortlessly claimed first prize, becoming an instant campus celebrity. Her excellence caught teachers' attention, securing her a study abroad opportunity. She planned to tell Namiki, but learned he was coming to visit. The news slipped her mind temporarily. Namiki searched campus eagerly that day, spotting her familiar silhouette. He rushed forward, embracing his beloved. But at the upscale restaurant, Namiki's buzz cut and menu confusion marked his discomfort. The tension worsened when her classmate appeared, the senior who fancied Noguchi, greeted them with ulterior motives. He sarcastically commented on Namiki. Namiki tried to ignore him, stepping outside for air. The senior followed provocatively.
でも実際心配だよね。遠距離。結構遊んでるっぽいよ。これで海外なんて言ったら、ますます遠くなっちゃうんだな。距離も立場も